Hello, today we are going to share with you air separation industry varnish remover and oil pollution control. I'm Jessica from Kunshan WSD Environmental Protection Equipment Limited Company. WSD is oil pollution control expert. We specialize in industrial lubricating oil pollution control services can achieve for the enterprise. Number 1, save the cost of purchasing new oil. Number 2, no need to stop the oil change. Reduce the loss of shutdown. Number 3, reduce equipment failure rate and improve production efficiency. Number 4, reduce the cost of hazardous waste disposal and environmental pollution. Our products are mainly used in petrochemical, coal-chemical, steel, cement factory, ship, railway enterprise, aerospace enterprise, and construction machinery enterprises, etc. The oil our equipment can purify mostly turbine oil, hydraulic oil, gear oil, resistant oil, and other industrial lubricating media. So the main contents are varnish foam and others, varnish remover equipment, case share, cleanliness abnormal varnish solution, and our product introduction. First, let's see the formation and hazards of varnish. What is varnish? Varnish are many kinds of coalescence. Is a kind of lubricating oil or hydraulic oil aging after composite oxide in high temperature and high pressure. High-speed rotating machinery are common in the lubrication and hydraulic system. These are varnish pictures. Bearing bush, varnish on compressor gearbox, varnish on the tank wall. Initially, the surface is gold tawny, but over time, the accessory is gradually covered with a darker rubbery coating, which eventually becomes a hard, paint-like substance. Why varnish is easily formed in compressors? Because the operational environment is harsh and the hot spot effect is formed on molten surface. Number 2 and 3 base oil alternative. Number 1 class base oil through similar stability and oxidation stability improved their solubility, and the oil microcombustion causes varnish formation. Varnish has a feature of reversibility. The solubility of varnish will change with temperature. When the temperature is high, the ability of the varnish to dissolve increases with the rise of the oil temperature, and the varnish exists in the oil in a dissolved state, so the oil is transparent. When the temperature decreases, varnish dissolve ability becomes worse with the decrease of the oil temperature, and the varnish exists in the oil in the suspended state, so the oil becomes turbid. Dissolved varnish and precipitated varnish, the two states will change with the temperature. The separate charge absorption technology cannot solve the dissolved varnish unit will always be in the uncontrollable rising. So we can see these pictures. The first one is the wave, is the bearing bush. When the bearing bush has the varnish cover on it, the temperature of bearing bush will rise, will have the fluctuation. The second picture is the wave. When the wave has the varnish inside, it will be blocked. The third picture is the filter. When the filter have a varnish on a cover on the filter, so the filter effect the performance will be reduced, and you will need to change the filter in a short time. The number 4 is the cooler. When cooler has varnish on it, the cooler's performance will be reduced. Here is summary of varnish hazards. Lead to the blockage of the wave, affect the wave work, reduce clearance, increase friction, bearing bush temperature, vibration increase, adhesion of contaminants and solid particles increases wear and tear, accelerates the deterioration of oil products, plug strainer or no floor line, isolation of heaters and coolers, resulting in poor performance. Here is the testing for varnish. It's from ASTM D7843. This is a kind of colorimetric method. So this is the 4 different situations of varnish. When it's next 50, it means it's good. When it's 50 to 25, it means the system needs to be monitored. When the MPC is 25 to 35, it means it's already abnormal. When it's more than 35, it means it's critical. When the rotating equipment has the varnish, the temperature will fluctuate. Number 2, we are going to introduce the varnish remover equipment. To monitor and detect lubricating oil varnish exists in the system. This chart, the x-axis is the equipment using tire hours, and the y-axis is the varnish. Turbine machine A and turbine machine B. The turbine machine A has the serious varnish problem, so there are few times that sometimes it will have the shutdown. But turbine machine B, there are very few varnish, so there is no shutdown for the turbine machine B. So we have to fix the problem at a next serious stage. How do we deal with the varnish? We use electrostatic absorption technology to remove suspended varnish. Electrostatic absorption technology makes use of circular high voltage electrostatic field to make pollutant particles in oil show positive and negative charges respectively. Under the action of electric field force, the positively and negatively charged particles swing towards the negative and positive electrons respectively. Neutral particles are moved by a stream of charged particles. Finally, all particles are absorbed on the connector, complete removal of contaminants from oil. and we use ion exchange resins to remove dissolved varnish. Using the abundant basic groups on the absorption material, it can well absorb all kinds of substances with acidic groups. The specially formulated resin gives the varnish envelope higher affinity to the filter medium so as to have a high removal rate of degraded products. Combine electrostatic absorption technology and the ion exchange resin, we can not only effectively remove suspended varnish and can remove the dissolved varnish. And varnish has the feature of reversibility. When the accumulation of oxidation products increases, the dissolved state to the saturated state is precipitated, suspended, and dispensed, deposited as a Cnooc varnish, and this process is reversed when the varnish is removed. What can do when two main technology combines? It can reduce the MPC value and make it less than 50. It can peel and remove suspended and dissolved varnish. And it can also improve cleanliness and keep it below NAS number 5 for a long time. This is our WSD Varnish Remover Series equipment appearance. The first one is explosion proof. This is non-explosion proof. This is the parameters. Product advantages. WSD can quickly remove dissolved and suspended lubricant degradation products. It can fast reduction and prevention of several wave adhesion. Small footprint, simple and convenient operation. Less maintenance, online operation. Number 3, case share. The case number 1 is an industrial gas group. Customer pain point is an air compressor in Suzhou factory caused bearing temperature fluctuation due to varnish. The situation is serious. The unit was forced to stop for maintenance. Device name is Atlas compressor. Tank capacity is 6.5 cubic meters. It started to use from 27. After 48 days, MPC from 40 to 1.4 and the cleanliness NAS 1638 from 4 level to 3 level. After 8 months use, varnish accumulation, we can see the difference of the pictures. Before purification, we can see clear varnish. After 8 months, we can see the bearing bush is very clear. Application effect in other factory of the group. After using our WSD varnish remover unit in Suzhou factories, abnormal phenomenon of bearing temperature trend rising slowly apparent in Ningbo factory. After 13 days of using our WSD varnish remover unit, the abnormal phenomenon of bearing temperature was significantly improved. This is the data from Ningbo factory. We can see the results is also very good. Since 2017, the group to use our WSD varnish remover unit, 马鞍山、上海、福建、宁波、太原 the 5 partner companies also successfully putting in service proactively our varnish remover unit. The case 2 is a large gas company. Customer pain points. Customer is a 43,000 large air separation compressor using main turbine unit, thin oil station of about 48 cubic meters, using number 46 turbine oil. MPC value was 21.2 when tested 36 months after startup, and rose to 24.8 when tested 44 months later, showing an upward trend, and there was varnish accumulation in bearing bush during previous maintenance. Device is a compressor, tank capacity 48 cubic meters. They start using our varnish remover unit from 2016. Here is a chart from the customer. When the main turbine starts up 23 months to we can see the MPC is 9.5, and then MPC is rising. And from here, they start to, from MPC 25, they start to use our machine. And we can see the MPC decreases in a very short time. But later, there is a rising stage. Why? Because, as we said, the varnish has the reversibility feature. MPC is testing the varnish in dissolved state. When dissolved varnish removed by our machine, the suspended varnish will reverse to the oil, so making the dissolved varnish increase. MPC is rising, but later MPC is reduced again. So the trend is MPC up, down, up, down, up, but finally it will decrease. Since the installation of WSD varnish remover unit in November 2016 to October 2017, the equipment shut down for maintenance. The varnish on the bearing bushings of the unit has been basically removed without any varnish accumulation, meeting the customer's technical requirements. Up to now, the varnish and other indicators are normal, and the customer has promoted the use in Anping factory. Since the Tongling factory put into use our company to clean the varnish effect is remarkable. Other cities, other 27 subsidiaries are put into use on the compressor. The case 3 is the Cnooc company. Customer pain points. In September 2017, the bearing temperature for supercharger slowly rose to 92 degrees, causing the risk of jumping of the machine shutdown. Device name is the 40,000 air separation supercharger. Tank capacity is 6 cubic meters. Start to use from 2017. Before purification, In September 2017, the bearing temperature of the supercharger rose slowly. In November 2017, the bearing temperature rose to 92. After purification, after 7 days of service, the bearing temperature is stable and does not rise. After 50 days of service, the bearing temperature began to decrease after 1 month. Bearing temperature reduced to 85. This is the real picture of a bearing bush of a supercharger. This one is maintenance in 2050, main supercharger 3 never tire coking, and repaired in 2018. The 3 never loaner tire of supercharger has been significantly improved. In 2080 overhaul, main air compressor, main tire under the non-driving and coking photo. Maintenance in 2080, the air compressor non-driving end of the main thrust tire coking photos. So from this picture we can see the difference. Supercharger maintenance in 2050, main supercharger 3 never bearing bush coking, and after repaired in 2080, the bearing bush of the supercharger had slight coking. Air compressor in 2080, the main bearing bush of the non-driving end of main air compressor was coking. In 2008, the main bearing bush of the non-driving end of the air compressor was coking. In December 28, the customer found that the supercharger bearing varnish had been obviously removed during maintenance. Except the supercharger, other equipment doesn't use our machine. Varnish is serious. In order to ensure air compressor safe operation, the air compressor station also purchased 1 cent new of our varnish remover unit in February 2019. This is a recommendation from Manturban Shanghai Logistics Limited Company. The case 4 is Cnooc Northeast Company. Customer pain point: the customer's single centrifugal unit uses share 46 turbine oil. During the maintenance process, it was found that the bearing bush of the unit had varnish carbon accumulation, which often fluctuated abnormal in the normal operation process. Plant name is gas centrifuge. Tank capacity is 25 cubic meters. It started using from June 2020. 31 days after run, temperature from 91 reduced to 78. After 4 months continuous run, temperature stability from 70 to 67 centigrade. After 30 days run, MPC from 22.4 to 2.5. The customer purchased the varnish remover unit from our company in June 2020. The operation of the equipment has achieved good results so far. Within 1 month, the MPC value decreased from the original 22.4 to 2.5, and their cleanliness never decreased from the original NOS 9 to NOS 7. Analysis report on varnish treatment of turbine oil in nuclear power plant. This is some result comparison. These are some site installation pictures. Partial customer reference. Air separation. Many Linde air products and some subsidiaries, petrochemic, coal-chemic industry, and other big group companies. Number 4. We are going to introduce cleanliness water abnormal solution. The temperature of a filter element determines the filtration accuracy. This is our oil filtration card. More than 60% of the contaminants are less than 5 μ in old systems. The release of pollutants monitored by particle counters found that the particles of 2 to 5 microns and 5 to 15 microns were the most, accounting for 64.4% and 35% respectively. So how do we deal with these small particles? We use the balanced charge purification technology. The positive and the negative electrodes are placed in 2 passes in the non-conductive fluid to charge and charge the particulate pollutants in the fluid. One is loaded with positive charges, the other is loaded with negative charges, and then the opposite charged electrodes are charged. The particles are remixed, attract each other, and accumulate into agglomerates, and the size become large, so that the small particles are not easy to filter, becomes easier to be removed by filtration. So the basic principle is to make small particles becomes large, so make it easily removed. Working principle of coalescence and separation. Coalescence: the free water in the oil is coalesced into large droplets after passing through the condensing filter element. Separation: large water droplets are blocked on the outer surface of the filter element and set to the water storage tank by gravity. This is our patent certificate. A coal carbonization company. Customer pain point. Customers' new units need to be equipped with oil purifier to purify oil products. Device name is a domestic chassis drum compressor. Tank capacity 8 to 9 cubic meters. Start to use from June 2021. Cleanliness before purification is NAS 11. After purification is NAS 6. Here are other oil purifiers series. We have electrostatic absorption oil purifier, balanced charge oil purifier, coalescence and separating oil purifier, vacuum water and oil purifier, and refueling filtration. Brand introduction. WSD focuses on development of industry oil purification equipment. We founded in 2009 and we develop very fast. Almost in every year we have a new patent or new application area. We have more than 2,000 global customers. 1 in every 5 top 10 global companies selected WSD. 5 core patents to break the foreign technical barriers and markets. These are some brand achievements. Certificate. Application. Petrothermic, coal-thermic industry, air separation, steel, marine, engineering machinery, electric power, aerospace. What WSD sells? We say clean fluids. We are provider for reliable technology. We are customers' technical partner. We are pollution control consultant. So we will help you in 3 steps. Set oil pollution control targets. Choose the appropriate filter tool. Monitor oil indicators online or regularly. This is our partner like Cnooc, Share, Basif, and some other well-known domestic enterprises and also foreign enterprises. All the achievements we made today start from our uncompromising stance. If you have any inquiry or questions to us, please feel free to contact us. This is my email address, and you can also check our website and my WhatsApp number here. Thank you very much.